So, what's going on, people? I'm back, got my final video to do for a little bit because I don't have anything else coming in. Well, not too soon anyway. Actually, when is the 10th? Because I have something that's supposed to be here on the 10th. So I guess it isn't really going to be that far from now. But it also just kind of feels like I've been making a lot of videos lately. Even though I'm staggering them out, it feels like I've done this a lot. Anyways, so I have one thing coming in, should be on Tuesday. I don't know when that video will be done because I tell you right now, I'm not doing that whole thing like I had been doing where stuff comes in and then the review goes out later that night. Lately, it's been just stuff, things after things after things, getting recorded, and then eventually making them their way out to you. I'm not really a huge fan of that. I would rather just have everything go out as it comes in. But you got to deal with what life gives you and you move on, right? So for right now, that's how things are going. Also, one of the upsides, like in a sort of way, is that because of my limited recording and editing and all that stuff right now, that means there's no on foots to do, which as I said before, I don't like doing them, even though I get that they're useful. The extra time and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of it. But when I can start doing that again, that part will be back in the videos as well. Anyways, so a lot of you guys know that I made it back to Virginia. Part of the reason I'm wearing this shirt is it's a Virginia thing, right? And I'm going to be reviewing the first shoe that I picked up when I got here. So I got here late, whatever day that was, and then the next day I was out just trying to kill some time, just trying to keep myself awake and do, make the whole time adjustment thing with the whole sleep cycle or sleep schedules and stuff, time zones or whatever. Yeah, so I was out doing that, just walking through the mall. I didn't really plan to buy anything, but I did. Because I'm going through and I see a pair of shoes that I had wanted a long time ago, and I was waiting on that price drop, right? And when the price drop happened, I was late to the game. I didn't know about it. So I get on the site and I see that it's there, that the price has dropped because I got some alert later or notification later somehow. And they were all out of my size already. So I'm like, well, man, like when did this price drop happen? Because I had looked at it on like, say, the first week of the month, standard price, retail price. And this was like months after they released. A week later, I go back, apparently there was a sale and they were mostly all gone. So I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. But like I said before, I've got enough shoes. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes you just miss out on things because you wait a little too long. You fly a little too close to the sun. What can you do? But I was out there in Foot Locker, which is where I got this bag and the box in the bag, and I saw the shoes there. So the last price drop had been for like $90 or something like that, which would have been pretty decent. But I missed out on it. But then I saw these in the store. And they were marked down to, I think, 90, right? Let me see what this receipt says. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess it's 90. I don't know how to read that thing. So, I got this anyway. That's the moral of the story, right? The other side of the story is, like I said before, I'm wearing this shirt because I figured, you know what? What better way to, break in a review for like the first thing I picked up here than wearing something from around here. And yeah, this is a DC venue, so it's not technically in Virginia, but I got a lot of good memories from the last time I lived in Virginia going to that venue. Saw Rise Against there. I think I might have broken my thumb or something. I don't know. This thing was hurt for months after. It was a really good show. It was Bad Religion and Rise Against, same show. You don't miss that, Almost saw My Chemical Romance there, but Resell was not in my favor, and I was not doing it. I was like, you know what? I'll see him later. Then they broke up like 3 months after that or something. It's ridiculous. Anyways, these shoes. Finally. Let's pull these out, right? Let's do that. Okay, because you've seen the thumbnail. Well, I don't know what I'll use for the thumbnail yet because it hasn't been created, and that's going to be in the future. But more than likely, the shoes will be in the thumbnail. So here you go, atmospheric breakdown. There's what we're talking about right here, the Snare Max 1. So make sure everything looks good like it's supposed to. Everything looks Very good. Very good. Very happy with these already. Wish I could get these laces out of the way. Anyway, so it's review time, ladies and gentlemen, on this here Air Max 1 in some kind of gray and green colorway. Just read it, still don't remember. Anyways, so this is a shoe that like I was saying, I wanted these a long time ago. But I bought the Air Max 98s, and then I was like, okay, I'll come back for these, right? And I was just waiting on that price drop to happen, and it just never came until it was unannounced, and then I found out way after the fact, apparently, because the sizes were just gone. I guess a lot of people have been waiting on these. But anyways, let's go ahead and knock out this review, shall we? I feel like I've talked a whole lot already. So, across the bottom here, you got what is known as your standard outsole on an Air Max 1. So you got some black down here, white here, little bit of the green up there. What kind of green was that? Did it say on the side? I'm sure it does, because it always does. Nope. It just says atmosphere gray and white. They're just going to overlook the green, which is one of the main reasons that I got the shoe, was the green. Anyways, so there you have it, pretty standard down there. Moving across to the rest of the midsole here. Nothing too fancy, right? It's just your white midsole with a little bit of green down in there. You can kind of see that, very nice and clear, unlike that University Gold pair of Air Max 1s I bought a while ago that I had to go back. Past that, this is where we get into the main part of the shoe, now that all the boring-ish stuff is out of the way. So this here, this kind of suede style, nubuck style, limeish, not lime green, but it's like a light green color that's going on around here. That is amazing to me. Like the quality is really good, the look is really good along with everything else. I don't know, it's what pulled me in. And then moving above that, you've got the standard style mesh that you find on pretty much the majority of the Air Max 1s. This back here on the side, behind the swooshes, it's pretty decent leather for something that's only $110, retail $110. I don't think I said it, but after all whatever the discount was on top of the markdown and everything, and then adding back in taxes, I walked out with these for like 85 or 90, something like that. Anyways, so this here, this material, this leather on the back, same as what you find around here, also very good. Overall, these shoes are these are really nice quality for these. Something that you kind of wouldn't expect for something that isn't really a big release, but as I was just saying to somebody in their comment section, I forget who it was, but every now and then you'll find a standard general release that has quality on par with something that is not your standard general release. And in my opinion, this is one of those times. Anyways, moving on to the back, you've got the stitched on Nike Air back there with that same slightly lighter green though, but it's still green all the same. And that also kind of matches up with what you find here on the tip of the tongue there. Overall, very nice coloring in my opinion, and typical flat cottonish laces, whatever that's made out of. So overall, it's just a really nice look to this shoe with like the university gray or atmosphere gray, whatever they called it, and the white and the green. The colors just go together very well. That's why I bought the 98s, and I wanted these. Finally got these in the collection too. And then just to give you like this one last shot of the shoe anyway. Down there on the inside, you've got the typical Nike Air with the green again. So once again, they're definitely worth picking up in my opinion to anybody that likes Air Max 1s, which is a lot of people. And if you happen to like these colors, right? So if you're curious about the quality, several months after these came out, it's good. It's good. Now you're probably also curious about the sizing, right? I mean, that's why some people watch these videos anyways. So the sizing of these guys here, I go true to size on my Air Maxes, which means that, see that 9 on there? That's my size. That's what I do with these. I buy 9 in pretty much all of them. You know, unless for some reason I can't, then I can go up to a 9.5. Or those earlier Vapor Maxes, which I felt like I needed a 9.5 in. Though the 9s were fine, 9.5 on those was my preference. But as far as these go, what we're actually talking about, these right here, true to size, going with a 9, and they give you some pretty nice comfort all day long. These I haven't really worn. I haven't worn a pair of Air Max 1s in a while, honestly. Have I? I have not. No. Minus the University Gold pair, but that one I want to say like they slightly different materials or something like that. But overall though, you're going to be good with these. If you want something that you can just walk around in, if you need to run some errands in, or even if you're just kind of going out or whatever, in the right color, these shoes are very flexible. You can wear these with pretty much any activity you're going with, as long as, you know, if you're the kind of person that likes to make sure you match, then that's another thing. But overall, the shoe in itself, the silhouette that is, can't go wrong with it. That's why they're still making them however many years after they started. It was like 88 maybe, 85, I don't know. I'm not sure when the Air Max 1 started. I'm sure somebody out there is like, why don't you know? It's clearly blah, blah, blah. If that's you, please take that same thought that you have up here and put that down into some words in the comment section, and then everybody can see it. And if you do, I'll go ahead and pin it so that way people can see it right at the top without having to scroll through for it. I'll do that for you if you do that for me. Anywho, I don't really think I have a whole lot else to say about these. It's just a shoe that I really wanted, and it was kind of a nice little, I don't know, like when I came back, the first thing that I saw, first thing that I was able to pick up, just for one, I was just happy to walk through the malls and all that again, because the Korean ones are so spread out. But yeah, it was just nice to walk through the mall, see all these deals that I kept seeing in other people's vlogs and stuff, and to walk out with a pair of shoes that I wanted a long time ago, thought I had missed out on, and for a cheaper price than I would have paid originally. Yeah, what's not to like about that, right? So it was a pretty good day, and I'll probably be breaking these out soon. I don't know about today. It's looking like it might rain. You never know around here. Sometimes it just looks like that and then it's fine. Yesterday was a nice day. Anyways, I believe that's it for me. I don't have anything else to say now that I've rambled on for a fair amount of time. So I'm going to wrap this up, get this video put together using Adobe Rush, which is actually working out pretty well on this here phone. So if you are stuck with like just mobile editing, I've got the Adobe suite, what do you call it, the Creative Cloud thing. I've been paying for a subscription to that, and I am very thankful for it right now, that's for sure. Alright, yeah, so you guys, girls, whatever, those also that choose not to be identified, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and watch some other videos, or go outside if it's early enough in the day and enjoy the day. I don't know, do whatever makes sense to you. What makes sense to me is going over to this apartment place in a little bit so I can look at a place to live. Alright, later people.